Stay connected with AutoSmarts. Go to Autosmartsradio.com and follow us on Twitter at AutoSmartsRadio.
We are honored to be joined on the program by the one and only 22-year-old pride of Fullerton, California, top alcohol dragster driver Ashley Sanford. Ashley, how are you today?
Hi, good morning. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
We are outstanding. You have such a passive voice. How are you such a determined driver with that voice?
You know what? I say it's in my blood because I grew up around racing, and it was just one of those things that, I knew I was going to do, and I loved it so much, and I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else.
Where did you start out? That's always my big question is how do you, I mean, were you a junior dragster person, and how did you come up?
No, actually, I have a really interesting background in racing because I didn't take, the normal route, I guess you would say, into getting into driving a top alcohol dragster. I grew up doing sand drag racing with my family, so same concept as NHRA drag racing, except throw it on 300 feet of dirt, and that's what you get. So I grew up doing that, started off on a Honda ATV when I was 8 years old, won my very first race, so I got hooked for sure at a young age. But from there, I just moved up in the sand drag race, and by the time I was 16 years old, I was racing in a blown alcohol sand dragster, going about 155 miles an hour in less than 2.5 seconds. So the need for speed kicked in at a young age, and I just want to keep going faster.
Right. So when you get in your street car, are you crazy, or are you real laid back and like one of them on like going 45, you're going 44?
You know what? I drive an F-150, and I feel like I have to be in that for a reason, or else I'd be driving a little too quick all the time.
Right.
Because, I don't look down at the speedometer, that's for sure. I just go where my foot tells me.
Now, you're running part-time this season in top alcohol dragsters. What's your goal?
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Full-time goal would be to eventually, the dream is to go top fuel. It's been my dream since I was a little girl, and I've made it this far, so there's no stopping me now. It's just hopefully it happens sooner than later.
All right, who's your idol? Who do you want to be when you grow up?
Oh, that's a hard one. There's definitely a handful of racers out there that I really look up to. So I would say a combination of someone like Erica Enders-Stevens, two-time world champ, and Tony Schumacher, who is pretty much the champ overall in Top Fuel. He is incredible, 8-time champ. So somewhere in between those two would be awesome.
Now, what if somebody put a pile of money in front of you and said, Ashley, we want you to turn. We want you to drive NASCAR or IndyCar. Would you contemplate that?
You know what? I would absolutely jump behind it because I like getting behind any wheels. So to have the opportunity to do something like that, I would take it in a heartbeat.
So once you get super rich and super, you're selling your T-shirts and you're making your millions, what kind of car do you want to buy? I know you have an F-150, but if you had any car, what would you buy?
Honestly, I grew up going out to Ocotillo Wells. It's a desert out here in Southern California. So I, like to go out romping in the hills and stuff. So dream car would be to customize a Raptor, a brand new Raptor, Ford Raptor.
Right.
Because then I could take it out there, and in the comfort of AC, I can go up any hill and do anything I want. So
right.
That's actually my dream car.
So you keep talking about you grew up around it. Was your dad and mom a huge gearhead, or how did it come?
Yep, Dad and Grandpa and great-grandpa, all the way down the line of Sanford, have been gearheads and into racing. And Dad and Grandpa were building go-karts when my dad was, 6 years old, right away. So from there, they just got me into it, and I grew up around it. My parents thought by having 2 girls, they were going to be safe from having any trouble, any troublemakers in the family at least. But they got me instead.
There you go.
Now, I know you're actively seeking sponsorship. If people want to help you out, how can they do that?
You can contact me through any kind of social media. We have our website, AshleySanfordDragRacing.com. But I'd say best way is contact us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Send me a message, and I'll get back to you right away. And I would absolutely appreciate any help because, the dream is hard to keep alive, but I'm pushing to do it, and I'm very blessed to do what I love, and I promise you won't be disappointed joining the team.
She's 22, but she sounds like she's 42. I'll tell you what. Ashley, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having
right.
me.
Ashley Sanford has been our guest. What do you think, Boots? She's got a future. She's got the personality, too.
Hey, it's all about, there's a lot of talent in the world, especially with technology. You better bring personality to the table.
Mm-hmm.
That's the moneymaker. That's the breaker. I mean, if you don't have a personality, people don't want to buy your stuff or get your autograph. And like Chip Foose always tells us, the day you sign your last autograph, your career is over.
That's right. At first, she sounded like a kid, but when you heard her explanations and the information she imparted, she sounded like a seasoned veteran. So we wish her the very best.
More car talk and fun just around the corner. This is the Auto Smarts Radio Network.